Okay, 2-point perspective. Basically, this is the same, not totally the same thing, but something that was, I was going to tape the paper down, but you know what, I am going to tape the paper down. What this will do, it's going to hold the paper right on these lines. If you have a cutting board like I do here, it's useful. It's not necessary, but it's helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a horizon line somewhere in the central area. This is a little lower than center. It's not a big deal. And unlike last time, which was 1-point perspective, which is right here, my vanishing point's in the center. 2-point perspective, I'm going to put my vanishing points on the far left and the far right. So that's your left vanishing point, that's your right vanishing point. LVP, RVP. Now the difference between 1- and 2-point perspective is your viewpoint. So here we're looking at the front of the box, right? In 2-point perspective, we're looking at the corner of the box. So if you're on a street and you're standing right here and you're looking down this way and you're also looking down this way, but you're focused on the corner, both of the sides go towards vanishing points. And I'll explain what I'm talking about right now. So first thing I'm going to start off with is a line. And then with that line is the central line. And I'm going to put a little dot here and a dot here, and that's going to be the height of my center line. It's just random wherever I put those dots. That's not a big deal. I'm going to connect this dot to the left vanishing point and the right vanishing point. Both of these dots, to the left and the right vanishing point, just like so. And again, my little trick here, it's just faster if you get the pencil and then hold it there, run the ruler right into the pencil, strike a line. Now you can kind of see it's like the wings of a bird or a paper airplane or something. So along this plane, I'm going to cut it off right there. That's arbitrary, wherever I want to, wherever you want to. Notice I'm using my graph ruler and I'm putting it right on the horizon, or one of these lines on the horizon line, so I know that I'm striking a vertical line. If it's not a vertical line and you make it transparent, none of your lines are going to line up. After I do that, I take my far corner, which is right here, I'm going to put a little dot, and run it to the left vanishing point. I take my far left corner, which is right here, and run it to the right vanishing point. So there's the cube, right? Or not really a cube, a rectangle. I'm going to make this transparent. So what I'm going to do is where these two meet, put a dot, draw a line straight up. Okay? All my 4 corners are accounted for. The interesting thing about 1-point perspective is the front and the back are parallel vertical lines. The other lines go towards the vanishing point. The only parallel vertical lines here are these 4 corners there. Everything else goes to a vanishing point. So this far corner here, because I'm going to make this transparent, is going to go to the right vanishing point. Can't go to the left vanishing point because it doesn't go inside the box. It has to go to the right vanishing point. And where it meets this line is where I'm going to end it. So I'm lining it up to the corner, and all I'm doing is I'm just going to meet it here and just put a little dot. In theory, if I line this up with the vanishing point, it should meet up right here. It's not lining up perfectly. It misses it just by a hair. And that's because there's human error. The thickness of this and how the ruler's not there precisely, it's not the end of the world. What I usually do is I just kind of stretch the truth a little bit, try to get them to meet. And I'm okay with that. If you wanted to get very specific, you can use thumbtacks, and that way it's going to go stop at the same point all the time. More accuracy. All right, let's do this again. I'm going to draw a vertical line here. Again, then I'm going to put this one on the horizon line, and I'm going to put a dot here. I'm going to put a dot here over the horizon line. Why not? Connect it, left vanishing point, connect it, left vanishing point. Same thing, right vanishing point. Same thing, right vanishing point. I don't even have to connect it. I know it's going there. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to end it where I want to. I feel like ending it there. Let's do one right here. So anything inside of that, I'm just going to erase, including the horizon line. Just, it's nice to clear out the areas. I'm just going to erase a little bit above it so it doesn't look confusing. Clear out the areas where you're going to be working so you don't confuse yourself with other lines. Now again, that was pretty easy, but the interior part's going to take a little more work. So I'm going to take this far right corner, draw a line. I'm going to take this far left corner, connect to the right vanishing point, draw a line. Where they meet right here, just like where this met there, draw a line up, vertical line. And see this corner here? This goes to the left vanishing point, but where it's going to stop, where it hits that line. And then basically I take this guy, and that goes to the right vanishing point. And it should meet right there, and it does great. I'm going to do a quick one, super fast. Put one right here, I guess. Just a little guy. Floating out in the middle of nowhere. Forgot to put the dots on, but it's not critical. It's just helpful to see what you're connecting. Make this one super thin. All right, let's make this transparent. I did this one a little bit differently, but it's all the same. There you go. Now, as I said before, last time, is where I can use a little line weight. And I'm just going to take these three corners and just make them a little darker. There's another way of doing line weight too. I'm going to apply pressure here and then let it just fade back. So it's called atmospheric perspective is what it's called. And it just kind of fades back. I'm not going to do it on every single one of them, but you can in your examples, okay? So it pulls the corner out and then the back recedes. Transparency, if you want to clean it up a little bit, you can erase some of those lines. I don't mind some of them left there. I like that look. I think it looks kind of architectural, so leave that. So again, this is 2-point perspective. All right. That's another 8-minute video. I'm going to stop this one and start the 3-point perspective.